that
everybody.
opening song. I don't know why that opening song just makes me feel like a cup of coffee with friends. I don't know why. It's just very nice.
It's overlaid with chatter on top of it as well, so it actually makes
That's
it.
probably what it is. It gives you like just a very chattery kind of feel. I like it.
Yeah, that's why. So,
Hi everybody. We're
hello
back.
everyone, we're back. We're back. We're black in action again. Once again,
Yes.
we've been gone for
Start
a
mode.
hot fucking minute.
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh god. She always puts some shit up there, and nobody knows what the fuck she be talking about because it'd be gone when you actually watch the video. And be like, what is the point of this if it's not here?
Oh, that's.
Oh,
I can
is
see
that
it.
gonna be up there?
No,
Let me see if it is.
Why didn't you ever tell me that?
No, it is. It's up there.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
I like
okay.
that. I should have put that up there. Something like I'm back. I'm black. I'm back.
I'm good with K. I'm alright with that.
I just always like having something new.
Yes, you're Sagittarius. That's why you like
Kenny.
the new. Ooh, you like the new. You like the different.
Heard that back go out right there, huh, girl.
Shoot, yeah.
Heard
I'm
that
like,
reaction.
so for
talking
anybody,
about
so
you,
anybody
girl.
watching this, my back is killing me because yes, I did a tour of the Caribbean and not Middle Earth,
the O
but
in it.
what do you call it? Central America. There we go. I've also taken a couple of Tylenol, so bear with me. So that's what I've been doing with my time off. Star, what have you been doing with your time off? I'm sure it's very interesting what you've been doing. Looks like you got a
I've been
haircut.
here in
Oh my
Okinawa,
God. I hate you
Japan,
so much for what you're
enjoying
trying to do
the
right now.
sun and the breeze and the incessant rain because it's an island in the middle of the Pacific and it rains
You're
a lot.
on an island?
Yes, I don't have a good view right now, but I am on an island. But you know what has been good to me? There's been a whole lot of things that have been coming my way, and I've been able to appreciate that and feel that Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
I hope you use protection
Well,
with all that things that
good.
are coming towards you.
Good. I'm glad you're feeling your Maslow. Just ignore him. I'm glad you're feeling your hierarchy of needs. You look good. You look good. You look good.
You put my mole on.
Thank you. I've heard that it's really good for the skin, getting like some nice attention.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's good for the skin. It's good for the soul. It's like chicken soup. All right, Kay, what have you been up to? What have you been had
One
going
second,
on?
I need to put my beauty marks on.
She's trying to put in a beauty mark when she's already beautiful. What the fuck are we talking about?
I had naturally have a mole, and I like to have a mole when I have makeup on. So leave me the fuck alone, okay?
This is the reason why they call her Ursula.
Indeed.
Oh, you should have heard last night when we were talking about zodiac signs and shit. They was all getting on me.
You know what I was gonna say? The new person in our group, Jessie, she has an Ursula laugh. Like I want her to read for the part.
Oh, Grace Jones out the running now.
No. We still would have Grace come in, but if for some reason we can't afford Grace Jones, I would like for her to read for the part.
We can't even afford the movie. I don't know what the fuck you talking about Grace Jones.
Well,
there's time, and people have done budgets with less. So let's making a script is free. Making a script is free.
And Grace Jones strikes me as the type person that would want to be part of like a artsy, edgy kind of project. You know what I mean? Like for her, it's not the money.
As long as she gets to say her favorite word.
Whatever. Yeah. Get us an Oscar. You can say it all over the place. Shit, we'll label it. We'll put it on the posters, the movie posters.
No, let's not do that.
It'll be like the original controversy when they had the phallic shaped object in the original 19 whatever the fudge movie poster
of Little Mermaid.
Yeah, in one of the older
phallic symbol.
They had there was a
something that looked
castle that looked very phallic in shape.
Oh,
and they have since stopped promoting and or advertising using that poster, but you can still find pictures of it on the internet. Unless Disney actually did get
because the gays are everywhere.
Yes, well, the gays
are everywhere.
So, I'll talk about my time then.
Of course.
Oh, really? Wow.
Here we go.
Both of y'all, because I was very happy when I got it done. So I'm not even going to brag about the other.
We're happy for you. It's just the way that you try to frame it for this episode. It just
I didn't frame. Oh, so us giving an update on our lives in the past 2 months is not as a bad thing. Okay.
Go on, bitch.
You could have talked about the Cabana Boys.
This is why all three of us have been summoned.
Like all this
it's
shit.
like a witch's coven The head witch has summoned the rest of the witches to
let's
tell us about your thing. So talk.
let's come back to a new part of the season and not talk about what's happened to us. Okay, it makes perfect fucking sense.
Nobody said you could have talked about it. It's just the way you cut me off before we started, when Yvonne was asking me, how have I been, Star Mother? And then,
yeah, because we have an episode to record. You can save it then.
Oh, but she said it was at 8:15 and it's 8:10. So we're 5 minutes early and I'm the one who's getting paid out for this? That's crazy.
Again, this is just how the Supremes broke up. It happened just like this. I don't know which one of us is Diana Ross, but it happened just like this.
I say it's the woman who's always in control.
I'm okay with not being Diana Ross. I'm okay. That's too much pressure. I'm okay with being.
What's the name of the other two?
I don't even know. But as long as you give me my royalty checks, run me my fucking check. I don't care.
Anyway, fine.
You know, I wouldn't mind playing Dorothy at an older age, so I wouldn't mind being Diana Ross, especially because I love to scream.
How old was she when she played Dorothy?
I think she was like in her 20s, late 20s, and one of the big critiques
How old are
apparently
you?
about her playing that role was the fact that like she was an older Dorothy. Everybody, because of the white one.
Well, yeah, because
she wasn't a teenager. Yeah.
Let me see.
Well, yeah, she wasn't a teenager. Well, that's white America's fascination with pedophilia. But moving on, Ken, how was your?
She was a kindergarten teacher.
Oh no! Okay, so
in the story, in the Wiz,
so Diana was. Oh wow, this is wow. So Diana's character was 24 in the film, but she was 33 when she played this character.
Because black don't crack.
It really don't. But that also was because like they were having a really hard time getting whatever studio that was sponsoring or producing to like give them the go ahead. Like so Whitney Houston had been talking to Diana Ross about this for years, and then they finally were able to make it happen.
About the Wiz?
Yes.
When did the Wiz come out? That seems like that was before Whitney Houston's time.
I'm pretty sure it was
no,
1978.
I was a child. I was a youngin' when the Wiz came out.
1978, the Wiz came out.
Yeah, I literally went to the Wiz with my mama. So well, I was a child.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I will apologize. I'm not above it. I'm not above it. But I had heard about one thing or another, and I might be thinking of a different movie. But
you're probably thinking of a different movie. I think this was a bit before.
Whitney's career started in it started in 1977, I think.
Okay, so she only had been a year into the game, so yeah, it probably wasn't that. But there was a whole lot of production holdup between like getting the Wiz to play and getting the Wiz into the movie. I do remember that much.
I believe you because all black
horrible advertising.
I believe you because of all black production of a beloved white story. You know what I mean? Like I could see like.
Well, you also have to factor in that her mother, her aunt, they were all in the industry as well. So even if Whitney wasn't like a name yet, she still had connections in the industry that would allow her to be able to talk to Diana Ross and say, "Hey, I think we should do this."
Yeah.
So you're saying that they wanted Whitney to play?
No, they didn't want Whitney to play. They had gone through a few actors, but the really big issue was more so the fact that like they didn't get the green light for a really long time from when they had started it to when they actually wanted to do it. So Diana Ross technically probably would have been younger if they had done it when they had said they were going to do it, but they didn't.
Again, so that perfectly makes sense because it is an all black cast. I mean, all black. There were no white people. An all black cast for a beloved white. So that makes sense to me. That especially in the 70s, that Hollywood would be like, oh no, not. And even if you got Diana Ross and Michael Jackson, oh no.
I used to love watching that film and be like, oh, I know what part of New York this is. It's like this.
In the beginning when she was
that's Harlem. Like this is the Bronx. That's Harlem. That's Brooklyn. That's supposed to be Coney Island, but I don't know why it looked like this. Yes.
It just looked like magic to me, baby. I'm from the South, and
it's always gonna be magical for a lot of us.
I also heard that they didn't do a whole lot of advertising for the movie when it first came out, or they didn't do as much as they could have. So the movie had a much harder time trying to come out even.
That tracks. I remember as a kid, there was, like I said, my mama took me to see it, and it was a movie theater in a strip mall kind of thing, and you had this escalator that you would take up to the movie theater, and on the wall were like like it was like a painted mural of like balloons and clouds and kids. And I just remember holding her hand, going up the escalator, and then going to see that with her. And then I also remember my favorite part is Oz, because to me, Oz was always like the most ideal Black place, like Black heaven. Like, when you die, that's where niggas go. Like Oz, like that's where we all go. I don't know why a young child, because it was just
that's where Black people go.
That's where niggas go. Y'all might not be there. This nigga gonna be in Oz.
There's gonna be niggas in Oz.
I want to go to Oz because they were singing about like I wouldn't be caught dead in red, and it's just like you can spend your rubies on your yacht. Like it sounded a whole lot of capitalism. And I was like, I can't.
And there was a lot of punks in there too, so they ain't gonna be fine with that shit.
It was so fabulous. Like red is dead, and everybody had the hats and the gloves, and it just looked fabulous. And I was like, this is what heaven for niggas looks like. Yes. Or Atlanta, one or the other.
That was shot in like a project square. that was shot in probably like a Lower Manhattan, designed after like a Lower Manhattan like building landscape, because that's what it looks like to me.
I just remember the first time I saw the Wiz, I was in a concrete building and there were other kids around, and I can't remember what was going on, but I think like I was at some kind of daycare, maybe, or I was at some place where one of the men my mom was talking to was like one of their places of business. I can't remember. It was a very straight. I remember the Wiz. I don't remember everything else around me.
It's so amazing that we all had 3 unique experiences experiencing the Wiz. Thank you. Yeah. It impacted us in totally different ways.
I think one day I'm gonna make that the outfit that the Munchkins wore, like the graffiti jean look. Just because it's so cool.
I want to be the Wicked Witch. I want everybody to be afraid that I'm going to release the flying monkeys, not the flying monkeys. I do that with my mother all the time. When people are like, your mom's so nice, until she releases the flying monkeys on you, and they die laughing. I'm like, yes, my mother will release flying monkeys.
That's if somebody understands that reference.
That's if, but most of my relatives are old like me, so we all understand the reference, so we all die laughing.
I wonder if my niece and nephew saw that film. I wonder if they know a lot of shit. For some, my niece went as what the fuck? What was that group called? What was the Black group from Bring It On? The one that Gabrielle Union was in the original one. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know Bring It On.
Yeah.
I don't remember which high school they were called. I'm bad with names, but I know.
Yeah, but like my niece, who's like 16 years old, who just turned 16, she went as that character. And I'm like, how do you even know this film? This is years before you were even born.
Like, Gabrielle Union. That's another example where Gabrielle Union was not that young playing that character.
No,
but Black don't crack.
Black don't crack. She had a little age on her.
I mean, call it what it is. Corey Monteith, before he was on Glee, he was 31.
I mean, some people can play. This is funny. I was just watching this the other day. I don't know if y'all remember this name, Ralph Macchio. Mm-hmm. Do you remember the wax on, wax off, Karate Kid? Man doesn't age. Man doesn't age at all. If you pull him up now in his 60s, you're like, 60, you look 30, sir. And he looked perpetually 18. Some people wax on, wax off.
Brandy still looks looks about maybe 3 to 5 years older than when she did fucking Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella.
Yeah, Brandy still does look very young.
Mm-hmm. And so does the Prince. I forgot what his name. I just remember he's Filipino.
Oh, the guy that plays the Prince. I was about to say, no, the Fresh Prince looks a little old. Fresh Prince looks a little. He's sexy.
Of course, he looks old now, but everybody else is like, oh no, they still look like they're 21 years old.
Well, Will Smith definitely needed to look older. He needed to age up.
Yeah, he's definitely aged up, but not aged badly, but just aged up.
I think he's found his way of like framing and then the goatee.
Yeah,
like if he didn't have his like goatee, I think he would look so much younger. Like, I think it's because he's chosen to like use that.
I think, sometimes you get caught in some looks that age you, right? So there's certain looks example, when I get my nails done, the girl that does my nails, she's like, why don't you ever do some of the other shapes like oval or something like that? Because when I was younger, oval was my grandmother. So I do the shapes from the 90s that I love. Mm-hmm. And so she's like, this is so dated and so old. And I'm like, yes, but it's me. So, so we get caught in things that are part of our culture, part of how we grow up. It'll happen to you where you'll get to a certain age and like younger kids will be like, you're old because you have like such and such, and you're like, what are you talking about? This was the height of whatever.
You have to realize I work with 18 and 19-year-olds on a regular and consistent basis. So therefore, they keep trying to tell me that I'm old, and I keep trying to tell them, all right, now, y'all keep talking this smack, and y'all gonna get smacked back in karma, all right?
No, not smack back in karma. That's a very old statement.
I was raised by 6-year-olds, all right? And by the time I graduated high school, they were in their 80s. So therefore,
Wow.
I am right.
Yeah.
Yes. I've never really been, all me and my friends growing up, we were all in situations that basically kind of aged us up mentally because trauma does that. And then, like, I was mainly raised by my grandparents and my grandparents' friends in the church. So, like, that aged me up again. And because I was forced to be in places where all I could do was listen, so I couldn't do nothing else. And I was nosy enough to start trying to listen to comprehend.
That kind of gave you a little age, yeah.
Yeah, I talk. Everybody says he's such an old soul, and I'm like,
it's your mannerisms.
Oh, that's why you drive like an old lady.
No, that's actually I don't know. That's just how
I drive in 10 and 2. What's wrong with 10 and 2?
No, I drive with my titties on the wheel.
Yeah, exactly.
I do too. There's something comfortable about having it all the way up like this.
So I'll get into what happened to me in a second. But first of all, I first met Star Mother. They came to New York, and I didn't realize that they were a shorter person. I realized how short they were. So because when I got into their car, they was like, "Bitch, why are you this close to the steering wheel?"
Why isn't the rest of the driving public that close to the steering wheel? You realize
number one, number two,
he's
driving like up on it as well. So he's like just like. I'm like, girl, how close can you be this motherfucker right now?
Astigmatism. There's reasons to drive this way.
It makes it really easy to control the brake pedal.
Absolutely.
Mind you, he's driving a minivan too. So like he's driving a car bigger than he needs to have.
I get you, but my friend laughs about the same thing with me. I drive a mid-sized SUV, and I drive all up on that thing.
I miss my minivan. I can get all me and my girls. If I needed to move a bed, I could move a bed. If I needed to move,
you own the minivan, or you were renting the minivan?
I own the minivan.
Okay, now that's a little sus. Why are you?
Well, back when I was in Hawaii, we had a whole lot of alcohol-related incidents, and people was getting non-judicial punished all the time. So what I did to be a part of the solution was I got me a little minivan, and by little I mean a full-size minivan, and I would take people from fucking Kaneohe Bay all the way down to Honolulu, and I would wait in my car because sometimes I didn't want to go to the club because the club was just not the move for me. I was just there to look pretty and maybe make $20 or something, and then I would drive them back, and then I would go to sleep.
And I would say this: don't be fooled by this background Star Mother girl right now, because the inside of that van did not look as clean as this did.
Bitch, why would you say that?
What?
Why would you say that?
What?
Why would you say that?
I caught like half of it, but I was still offended.
Why are you putting my business out there like that? Like there was no need to put my business out like that.
None, especially when you had the whole minivan thing just sitting there. Now that ages you. Minivans? Why the hell would you have a minivan in your 20s?
I also want to have 9 kids, so it's just kind of preparing for where I want to be. All right.
You know, I've met women like you. I worked with a woman like you. She dreamed of having a minivan. Beautiful woman, pregnant with like her 3rd child. I'm like, you could get an SUV. Oh, but I want a minivan so bad.
The only reason,
why are you aging yourself?
The only reason I wanted a van is because my father used to have one, and I used to love it because it used to be my favorite color, which was green at the time. And I used to love, but it was my father's car, and it reminds me of him, so that's why.
Okay.
That's really the only sentiment.
See, that's a cultural thing. For me, minivans mean old. Like
or convenience.
Minivans and fanny packs. Old, because old people used to walk around the mall during the daytime with fanny packs.
Yeah, but like the fanny packs have made a comeback in the cultural zeitgeist. That's fashion does.
And I see people walk around with fanny packs, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I feel like I see Nico wear a fanny pack. Oh, did I make
probably that? Y'all are strange. Fanny packs and muumuus. Like when I was a kid, like
okay, now hold on. Now muumuu is a good thing, girl.
See,
muumuus was going to grandma's bill paid.
I wish I had a muumuu. Okay,
Gen X chime in.
My sister My sister had a very cute African print muumuu, okay, and I want me one. 'Cause I need me a muumuu for my house too, bitch. Okay,
When I get my muumuu,
and
I'm
it's
gonna be a
urban,
very happy woman.
and it's urban. I need me a turban and a muumuu. That's what I need.
Actually, no, I should just buy a muumuu because all these men want me to be so femme anyways, and all I do is just sit in the house.
I
Get you some
bet you look
lingerie.
good
You'll
in
be
a
fine.
muumuu, like in like a really nice color. Less muumuu, more what are the Arabic ones? The ones you know what I mean? What'd you say?
What is that shit?
Sorry,
Oh,
I have to share a bathroom. And homeboy
oh,
loves to sing. I don't know if y'all can hear him.
I can hear you. That's
I
why
can
I
hear
heard your
him.
lips moving, and I was like,
He
"What?
is
What did you say?"
very much off key.
Hello, Star Mother's
All
roommate
right,
in the
let me
bathroom.
just go into what happened to me over the past break. Okay, well, obviously, there was a reason why we had a break.
You might
It
want to
wasn't.
mute Star Mother while you go into your story because we're getting a whole like soprano back there.
No, he's
So go
muted
ahead.
already. I can't hear him.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
So during the break, there was a reason why we had a break. Normally we do a break in between seasons just because we need to take some time off to rest and recuperate and everything like that. It's not that strenuous, but still we do it just because. But this break was very specific because like most people probably have seen on social media, if you follow me, you would have noticed that I actually went through a very surprising and very what's the word I'm looking for? Transformative ordeal in my life recently. So about a month ago, I underwent having weight loss surgery, and it's been a long journey. It's been a year's journey of me having this surgery. This started back in January of this year, actually. Was it January of this year? Yes, actually, it was January of this year. So like, it started kind of relatively then, and then since January up until now, I've lost about um 120 pounds thus far, and I had the surgery back in September. So it has been I have been feeling amazing. Just I've been especially mentally, like I've been happier a lot lately. So thank you to everybody out there who was very much sending a lot of well wishes and a lot of congratulations for my surgery because I was very grateful for all that and I was happy that I finally doing something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. You can probably tell in my face and even my neck and everything like that that I've lost a significant amount of weight. People in my job can tell. Like every day, I get somebody telling me like, "You look like you've lost a shit ton of weight so
You
far."
have, yeah.
The
I
Zoom calls have told me I look like I've lost a bunch of weight and everything. So,
have, yeah. I didn't even realize you had a nose ring until like a few weeks ago. I was like, "Bitch, you got a
which
nose
is
ring?"
ridiculous because I got this done way before, like before summer. So like,
That's how much weight you had on you.
but like because I've lost all this weight, I'm able to fit clothes much differently than I ever have before. I'm able to actually wear stuff that I've never could wear before, which is just
It's exciting. And
oh yes, I have my clavicle back.
look
Oh,
at
she
that.
can carry soup in them things.
You done earled them up too. You done
I
earled
say
them
no,
up.
this is natural. This is my skin.
I'm surprised you're not wearing something like we've been joking about him the last couple of weeks, looking like a 19 or a 2000s high school yearbook picture. Because Buddy has been like with the one day we're gonna do all three of us. We're gonna do
Just off the
2000s yearbook
shoulder.
pictures. Yeah, pearls.
You gotta give me an
Everything.
off the shoulder top. I'm gonna order me one off Amazon.
Star, are you in? All of us.
Oh, I'm always down for a shoulderless.
Yes.
Because like,
And you
it's
have to
not
get
even 2000 things. They
a
were
string
doing
of
that up until
pearls.
2020. Okay, I'm gonna have to find a nice set of pearls. That's the hard part. Because
they
Lord
all-
knows they be colored enough for pearls.
They always made you wear a string of pearls for the picture.
Lord knows you don't pay colors enough to afford pearls.
I gotta find my pearls. We're gonna do that. We should have done that for. Ooh, that would have been perfect. Maybe next Halloween. That's what we'll do. We'll recreate our high school yearbook pictures with the shoulders. With you know what I mean. You know.
Well, I mean, for me, I was wearing a suit, but I can.
But you know what I mean. We'll recreate like the best. I have the pearls, and you have to choose between the velvet or the lace. Did y'all have the lace or the velvet?
I think my school had the velvets.
So for our girls, you had a choice between the black lace or the velvet, and of course, I went with velvet. I regret that every day. I think I would have looked good in lace. Okay, sir. Does he need you to get his back? Because he's like in there just like breaking it down. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
My God.
You don't know me. I don't know you. But I've heard good things.
So
The funny thing
we're
about it is, he was quiet up until we started the call.
I know. I know.
You
It's
must
kind of
know
like
you're
he
doing
wants
something
to
in
be
here,
the
that's
fourth
why.
in our little trio. No, he does not want to be the fourth in our little trio. So how do you said you feel so much better? Is something you wanted to do? How long have you been planning to do this?
So this was a consideration for the past, I would say 4 or 5 years, really. I thought like let me give it my own chance to like actually lose weight. I've been in and out of the gym for years, so it's like
Mhm,
it never really happened. Like the most
mhm,
weight I've ever lost is like 40 to 50 pounds, and
mhm,
then I gained all that back when I started another job. So
mhm.
it's just like fuck it.
So you can put on
But
muscle.
yes, so now I'm I still fit the same clothes that I did previously, but like they're fit much better than they ever did before.
Mhm,
And a lot of stuff isn't tight on me anymore. Like there's a jacket that I have that I had bought for my birthday that I
mhm.
wore for my birthday. It didn't fit too well, but it still fit. Now it's like I can literally put it on and zip it up. Actually, like couldn't do that before. Now I can actually put the whole damn thing on, zip it up, and everything. Like I have
Feels
clothes
good.
that are just the right size. Like they're too loose or something like that, and it feels like
Mhm.
oh, this is what it feels like to actually have options to wear clothes.
And give her a year, she's gonna have a 6 pack. It's gonna be crazy.
Well, that's it's more like 2 years. That's the process of like getting rid of the loose skin and everything like that. It's gonna be a thing as well. So, but
Are you gonna have a
right,
procedure or are you gonna just like do it naturally?
I'm gonna have the procedure to get rid of the loose skin, at least around my stomach. That'll probably be like the biggest problem. I don't really care for like my thighs and everything. We'll see what happens when I start working out.
Girl, let me know when you're ready because we'll both go to the plastic surgeon. You know, I'm still trying to get my plus size tummy tuck bra line lift.
but
Ow.
exactly, that's this. Your back telling you not to do that shit. Telling
Thank
you
you
not
for
to do that.
laughing at my pain.
But
For those that don't know, I came back from my whirlwind tour and I was pulling my luggage upstairs and I think I pulled my back. And for the last week or so, I have been in excruciating pain. But for some reason, some people think it's funny. But
oh fuck off.
I'll, make it through the pain, I guess.
Anyway, anywho. My goal weight actually is like to be like 250, and that's really about it. Between like 220 and 250, that's what I want to fluctuate between. That's it. My brother
Go
thinks
big or go home. Be 180. Let's be in the same weight class.
my brother literally said like, "Oh, you should be 190," and I'm like, "No,
Why
I,
not?
s- I still want to be like, I still want to be that's my body goal. That's what I want to be. That's the
No, I
body
get
that's
that.
gonna, that's
I'm
the body that's
kidding.
going to be
I'm genuinely
snatched."
kidding.
And I told everybody in the Zoom call and everybody I meet, I'm like, y'all gonna hate me even more than y'all do now because I'm gonna be fucking insufferable when I get thin, bitch.
Oh,
Don't y'all wouldn't be able to
you already
decide.
are, dear. So, what
Exactly.
is
So
the
y'all gonna hate me more.
recommendation? What is the recommendation weight loss for like the procedure? Like,
The
is it like
recommendation weight
you
loss,
know,
like in general.
like well, like some procedures they'll say, oh, you'll like some like either the drugs or procedures are like you'll lose 20% of your body weight or you'll lose,
Oh yeah.
like
For me, it was a different scenario in that case because I originally was gonna have the surgery back in May. Actually, it was like when I went there in February, they were actually gonna slate me to have it done in May. But I had postponed it because I had 2 events coming up that I wanted to partake in for the food and for the alcohol. And
there's nothing
so,
wrong with that.
yeah, so I pushed it back until later the year, and I told them after a certain point, I'll do the surgery, and that's what happened. But, I started on medical weight loss. I took, pills to help suppress my appetite and everything like that, which helped me lose all this weight and everything. Also, before I went even to the doctor to see him, I was already when I was at the heaviest I ever been, I had already done some small changes to my diet, which helped me lose like an extra 20 to 30 pounds anyway, before getting to the whole medical weight loss,
Before you, yeah. Yeah.
which I was losing like 10 pounds a month on
Yeah,
that alone.
usually you have to lose some weight before you can get the weight loss surgery.
Yeah, that wasn't really the case because he didn't know I had lost weight when I got there, but like
Mhm.
being that I had been down a size, but he didn't realize that I was much bigger before I got there. So like it was
Mm.
just like he assumed like, oh, this is just your start weight, which actually it wasn't. It was like I was much bigger than that. So
Mhm.
like in total, I have lost 120 pounds thus far. The only thing when I had the surgery, it was funny because I decided to tell every person other than you two and like family on Instagram. To which so
Oh,
many people were like, "Wait, what are you doing?" Like, so first I posted a photo of me with a medical band on, and people were like,
yeah, I
"What
saw
is that?"
that.
And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
a new beginning is about to start." This is like 5:30 in the morning. I'm at my procedure,
yeah, I saw that.
and then everybody was like, "What's going on? Like, what's happening? Why are you in the hospital? What's the problem?" Like, there's only so many surgeries you can rattle off your head to think like, "What am I doing that's actually going to change my life drastically?"
The big one,
Girl.
the big chop.
But like but like when I did that, and then the next day I posted a video. It's still on my Instagram if anybody wants to go see it. And it's just me explaining like having this weight loss surgery and everything. And people were so surprised with that. Somebody said like, "Oh, I almost gave them a heart attack because it was so scared for me." I'm like, "Yeah, right, bro." And anyway, so like
People do authentically like you. And people do worry
I
when
know
they see people
that
in the
I'm a
hospital. So,
likable person.
okay, that's a stretch. But you know, people do worry.
She said,
People
"Fuck
do.
me." She
People
said, "Fuck
do.
me."
When you do something dramatic like that, people do worry. So,
But yeah,
it's nice to know that people, were like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" Not just like, "Fuck that bitch." Unplug that shit.
but
So
like
It would have
I
been
was
fun. It would have been worse if nobody said anything at all because that'd
right.
be
yeah, that
ridiculous.
part too. But I am very happy that for all the support that everybody given me, and people still supported me to this day, and that
Oh
also
yeah.
people at my job as well. They were very supportive. When they found out, when I told them that I was going to be out for 3 weeks and
Yeah.
I was going to have the surgery, they were like, "Can we wish you all the best? We're so happy
Yes.
that you're doing this for yourself and everything."
You're
Like one of my
a good
supervisors,
person.
also had the surgery as well, him and his wife. So
Okay.
he gave me a lot of advice. He was still like very attentive and
Yeah.
caring. Ken K had a Tamar moment. What? Girl,
Wait, what?
what? What does this statement mean, Ryan?
Oh, are we live?
Yes.
Yes, we've been live, girl. It's just
The fuck is
Girl,
wrong? We've been live for the last 30 minutes. Like, oh my god.
Hey, Ryan.
Anyway,
Who else?
I am.
Who else is in here?
Oh my god. Anyway, I am doing better. I am in a good place. I'm still adjusting
Well,
to
how do
eating
I
and
pull up
everything
the
like
chat?
that.
Hold on.
So yeah, thank you
Hey,
to
Ryan.
anybody who
Didn't know we were live. Oh God.
girl. Tamar was pulling stunts on Instagram. Ah,
that's
yeah,
not
that sounds
honey.
about you.
I'm not a stunt queen. I'm a professional.
Oh Lord.
Uh-huh.
We're just happy you're
Uh-huh.
okay.
I'm
You're
thankful for
using
everybody.
words. You're definitely using words of the English language.
Shut up. So yeah.
Hmm.
Well,
Sleepy.
now that we're all caught up on everything, I guess we should get into the meat and potatoes of this video, huh?
Oh, me?
So you,
Oh.
girl, no.
I'm just a side. But you know what? I don't mind being a side. Like some sides are really good. Like sweet potatoes. Like
Or
really
like
good
mac and
sweet
cheese?
Oh,
Because
good
mac and cheese can be a full meal.
Nice, good mashed potatoes. Oh, sides can be delicious.
Speaking of which, the constant lying about how grocery prices have gotten cheaper.
By whom? Who's lying?
Who? Who's grocery prices?
This administration.
Oh, okay, yeah, because yeah,
Girl,
are the
they
cheaper
lied on
grocery
every
prices
front.
in the room with us? Because
They not.
I purchased some smoked salmon to eat with my eggs because every time I come back from a cruise, I always like smoked salmon because I always do smoked salmon instead of bacon, and so I just always get into the smoked salmon. $12-13 for smoked salmon.
Now,
It's delicious though.
I've seen some prices go up with certain stuff. I'm normally like, I can notice when something's getting a lot more expensive. And I also go to supermarkets where stuff be like, I go to one supermarket that's like a little bit more affordable than any other supermarket, but it's also a European supermarket. So like technically,
European.
I mean, it's all over Europe, but it's also in America as well.
All these.
It's actually the another version of that. It's called Lidl.
Ladles.
Lidl.
Ladles.
Stop acting like you're not educated, bitch.
Okay. Before I left South Carolina, before I left South Carolina, they built the ladles. And I was like, what is the ladles? And I went in there and nice affordable stuff. It is like an Aldi's. sort of
Yeah.
like thing.
I'm
Aldi's and
trying to
Trader
say
Joe
people
and all
with a
that
country
stuff.
accent sound uneducated.
I know.
Just because you got your education and you think you know every
Just
thing.
because y'all voted in that Rahami and gonna be under Shamora Law Lower,
I love that everybody's thinking that's going to happen like literally 12 hours after he became mayor. I'm like, what incentive? Like, do y'all really live in reality at all? Like, y'all really
Okay,
don't.
but when people voted for Biden, they thought they were voting for Kamala, and they said we all going to jail.
They thought, oh, Biden's gonna be in office. 10 days later, why isn't prices lower? I'm like, what is it like? You know
people
how
in
anything
Kentucky was
works?
trying to vote in your election. They were calling their Secretary of State saying, "Why can't I vote in Kentucky for the New York City mayor?"
Child, I hate this new age. I hate
So,
it's weird to even say this.
forgive
I hate
me
this
if I
new
say
age
ladle.
reality.
It was
It's not. There's no A in that.
You
Like, what the fuck?
uneducated.
You can't pronounce something differently just because you want to put another letter in it.
You know
Yes,
what I
I
will
can.
say? Ladles had some good bread though.
Oh, they do. I love their bread. Ooh,
Yeah,
this
their bread be good. Ladles good bread.
Let me tell you right now, if you're gonna have
My
weight loss,
mama call it Tarjay.
Tarjay.
everybody calls it Target, girl. That's Target girl. Suffering. They are.
I haven't been to Target in like forever.
The last time I went to Target was right before I had my ankle accident, which was last August. So like, I haven't been there in like a whole year.
I've been overseas, so I don't need to go to Target.
I hadn't been to Target and like I don't know why the luster had kind of fallen off of Target for me well before the boycott. I don't know why. It just felt like Target was just a little more pricey than Walmart. For a lot of the same things. But I will say a lot of the Black owned products, I would get from Target. But then I just was like, well, why don't I just go to their website and just get, buy it from them directly? Like I've discovered, you ready for this? For anybody listening out there, Brown Girl Jane perfume, wonderful. A Black owned perfumery, love it. I mix high tea and Carnival together, so delicious.
Of course,
you look like the kind of girl that would love something that's like Carnival.
Carnival, and high tea, and it's. I never knew you could have notes of what is it, toasted marshmallow in perfume, but you can, and it is gorgeous. It is scrumptious and gorgeous.
I will say this: I used to go to Target quite often actually, and I would go there to get like household products at times, and sometimes I'll be like, oh, there's something on sale I might need, I'll get it. But like,
it's a little pricey for household products.
Yeah, and it's like anytime like I need something specific, I'll be like, oh, I can go to Target. Like sometimes you just go in and you just buy a bunch of shit and you come out. But, like,
when I used to,
you go to a bunch of different stores and you're like, oh, I can get the shit for cheaper.
When I used to visit my sister out in California, like a lot of places, like she lived in San Francisco, people would shop in the Target for their whole groceries, and I'd be like, wow, you guys
it
are rich.
Really depends on if something's like, oh, they have like green grapes for like $2. I'm like, okay, I'll get these here.
Yeah, no, she would do her whole grocery, and it was a huge Target. It was a Target where you'd walk in on the bottom floor and get a buggy, and you and the buggy would get on a escalator. But the way it was set up, you could like lock the buggy in as you go up the escalator, and I was like, California's living in the future. This is
that sounds like Sears. Remember Sears?
Oh, so y'all have that?
Sears.
See, we don't have that.
Sears.
We don't have that here with the ladles. We don't have that kind of. We don't have that kind of technology.
Sears and Kmart's are gone.
Kmart's are
yeah.
gone.
Well, no, there's one Kmart still in existence. It's in Guam.
Blue light special. Blue light special and everything.
Yep.
Well, Target is suffering, and they won't admit why. But go off, girl.
Oh well, that's not our problem.
But since we are getting into the conversation of what Mamdani has been, he has won the mayoral race in New York City, which is where I live currently. Good for him. I assume he was going to win, not just because of his views. Like, even though, like, you can't, I don't know how you're gonna make like buses free, technically speaking, but like I can see him trying to be like, okay, we need to lower the prices of actual public transportation because it's fucking ridiculous that you guys are charging this much and you're still shit at it.
Yeah. Well, let's see what he can do. Let's support him and let's see what he can do. I think we might be amazed at what he can do. And I love that he's a quote unquote socialist in charge of the most capitalist city on
I
the face
love
of the
that they
planet.
keep calling him a socialist, but they keep calling him a socialist and a communist at the same time. It's like,
Socialist
how
and
does that
communist.
how does
Who's
that make
gonna
sense?
Who's gonna put in Shamar Moore law? So there's that.
All right, let's get into the movie of the week for Yvonne. So this was Yvonne's choice for movie of the
Mm.
week. Hopefully,
All
this is
right. So yeah, the movie of the week, which I picked. Oh, my back. Wow. I picked really quickly because we were having a conversation. I thought, I don't know why this popped in my head, but I saw this movie a long, long time ago. I think it came out in like, what is it, 2002, 2003? I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's Real Women Have Curves with America Ferrara.
I have the thing for you if you want me to read it off for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
A first-generation Mexican-American girl wants to go away to college, but must battle against the views of her parents who think she should stay home and provide for the family. As a compromise, she works with her mother in a sewing factory over the summer to learn some important lessons in life, helping her make decisions about her future. This stars American Ferrero. I'm pretty sure I pronounced her last name wrong.
Ferrara. I
Uh,
think it's Ferrara.
yeah,
Ferrera.
Ferrera, Josephine Lopez, George Lopez is in this. So it's a Mexican, Spanish. I don't,
Cast. Most,
yeah,
yeah,
I'm sorry,
Mex-
I'm just blanking right now.
okay, no, it's a Mexican American cast. Um,
Or Latino American.
Latino American, sorry,
Yes.
Latino American cast. But it's a great movie. It's I liked it. I got drawn to it because the character was plus size or considered plus size,
America back then, yes, she was.
right.
When she
And
was in Se Puede.
That was
And when she-
always the plot for every character she played. She
was
always,
what?
every character she plays, they had to emphasize on the fact that she was plus size. It's
Right.
She
I
was
get it,
plus
like,
size.
damn.
You had to like be loyal to the family, but also like wanted
And if
to
you look
leave.
at her, she's not plus size. She's just like typical size, like
She's
early
healthy.
20s.
She's a healthy
Right.
weight.
Yeah, she was young 20s at this time. It was like,
Right. So
She's not all skin and fucking rib cage.
right. And so that's what really I watched this movie religiously because this was like 2023. This would have been like what 22 years ago. I'd have been in my mid 20s. This and the movie with Monique when she met the guy.
oh,
What
Fat
was
Girl.
the one? Fat Girl. Yeah. These were my two movies back then. That one and Fat Girls. And
Wait,
I
you were
just
the black person. Go back.
What?
huh?
You were the black person in that promo.
That
Blonde.
they have also turned this into a musical as well.
Oh,
Oh.
So this is a
'cause
musical
I was
on
gonna say this
Broadway.
cast looks so different.
This is a musical on Broadway now. I remember because I think they just got their cast recording for their CD for their the thing. But like this is a Broadway musical as well.
Okay.
now.
It's a great, I think it might even be based on a book. It's a great story about a young woman making her own decisions, coming into being a young woman and enjoying and loving herself. And I remember at the end, I liked it because her whole thing wasn't losing weight. I mean, well, it was kind of to fit in, but at the end, the resolution wasn't now I've lost weight. Now I'm acceptable. Yes.
This
it
film,
was
I
more
remember watching.
I am who I am and I love this.
I remember watching this, and I remember the scene where they all started taking their clothes off in the sweatshop because how fucking hot it was.
How hot it was.
And they kept showing off with like their stretch marks, and her mother felt like that was inappropriate, and I just because she thought because she was too big, which is like, okay. I can see why America was like a very much an important role for a lot of young Latino girls at the time because she did not fit the norm for so many of them. And so many people in Hollywood, it's the same thing with most of the roles that she did, like Sisterhood of Traveling Pants, Ugly Betty. She was always somebody.
I've never
really
shined. Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. Never seen it.
It's a pretty decent movie. It's 2 parts to it. It's pretty good, but like, yeah, she was always a thick girl up until her adult. Now she's much
because she's much smaller now. Yeah,
she's also had kids and everything like that. So, but like, yeah, she's always a bigger girl. Do you know her teeth are insured for like $1 million?
Really?
Yes.
Why?
If anything happens to them, they're covered to be fixed.
Because her smile is important to her brand, apparently.
Okay.
Hey, some artists who have their legs insured because without
Rihanna has her legs insured. I think Bono has his voice insured. There's a few people who like it's just like, hey, if anything happens to these, there's money right there as a contingency to make sure this shit get fixed.
Well, that's interesting.
And
I,
her
It's a
teeth,
good
and
fake
her
source,
teeth
so
are one
I
of
don't
them.
have to use it.
she does have a nice smile.
She
Her
has some of the
smile,
best teeth in Hollywood. Like, and
her
they're
smile
all
doesn't
hers.
No,
isn't
but all
jump.
those
It
years on
doesn't jump
braces
out
are
to me though.
insane.
Huh?
All her teeth are natural, so like she has one of the better smiles in Hollywood. So like I can understand
Gotcha.
why.
Okay. Just her smile is not something that jumps out at me. So, and
It always had
with
for me.
with her, I know she was in the Barbie movie. I remember saying, "Oh yeah, you're that girl from The Real Women Have Curves." I will always remember her from that movie. That is like my favorite. I know Ugly Betty and all that stuff, but I was always
She will
remember her.
always be Betty Suarez to me. I love that
Yeah.
show.
See, yeah,
Um,
she didn't. That didn't
I
impact me
used
as
to
much.
religiously watch that show. ABC had some good shows at the time.
But yeah, that was my movie. That was my. I really enjoyed the message back then when I was probably not much older than the character that she was portraying there. And I think at that point, that was well before my weight loss surgery and everything that I had. I needed that sort of boost in my life between that one and was it Monique Fat Girls?
Yep.
Fat Girls, that was a little different. That was, you know, I kind of needed that boost too, that, you know, you could be desirable, you could be this, but it felt, Fat Girls felt, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, I didn't enjoy that as much as I enjoyed Real Women Have Curves, if that makes
I think
sense.
they're two different premises in the stories.
They're two different premises, and it just, I think I didn't like, both of them had the male gaze because both of them were, you know, concerned about men. But for some reason, it felt like Fat Girls was kind of over the top with wanting to be desired. You know what I mean?
Or I think I don't know if it's wanting to be desired. I think it was wanting to show that like I can be desired.
I can
Like,
be desired.
so
Yeah.
many people like hello, look who's talking. Like so many people like us just like try to prove like, yeah, I'm just like anybody else. I can be desirable just like anybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that the case for most of Queen Latifah's rom-coms?
Not
You know
just
what?
right.
No. To me, Queen Latifah didn't put her. I don't know. Queen Latifah never
I don't
put
think
her.
she made an emphasis on being the bigger girl, but
That-
when you saw the counter option to her,
Yeah.
the second female lead, it was always a skinny, light-skinned bit.
Yeah, but when you watch
Yeah.
Last Holiday, it was never about like, oh, she was too big for him.
Right.
It was more so about
Like-
she was too reserved for him. Like
Right. I
like,
was going to say
eventually.
Queen Latifah's movies to me never focused on her physicality, probably because, you know, she's a rom com and, well, it's a male lead. And, well,
Queen Latifah got
And
to be with who she wanted to be with. That was really what the truth was.
Yeah, she was always the lead in her shit, though. Come on, man.
yeah, but, you know,
Oh god, It's going to tie back into feminism. Do you want to just plop that in
no,
right now?
I mean, she's, you know,
I'm always down for a conversation on feminism. I am a willing learner.
it was a rom com where she was, you know, trying to get the interest of a man.
Are you just trying to allude that she's a lesbian? Like, I just want to say that. Like, Jesus Christ.
I'm trying not to be sued, is what I'm trying to do.
Oh, God. Let's just move on to
Isn't
feminism.
she openly with a woman right now?
Yeah, but I don't think she's openly said that she is.
Who cares?
Oh, everybody's just making the assumption and like
You
it's
know.
really not her business at the end of the day.
I don't think this can be used for lesbians. There gotta be something.
Oh.
I think she's a bisexual icon. I think she's a bisexual icon.
Not that.
Because we always forget that bisexuality exists just because somebody gets into a heteronormative or a homosexual relationship. And it's just
Oh, no,
what do you want them to do? Polyamory?
No, I trust me, I love Queen Latifah, but I'm just saying all her rom-coms to me never focused on her sexuality that much. Like it was, it didn't. To me, it didn't focus on her sexuality like Fat Girls focused, like Monique trying to be sexual. You know what I mean? Like it was just that rom-com, oh my god, kind of ditziness that happens in rom-coms, which I love all of Queen Latifah's rom-coms. I think they're hilarious, even the interracial ones. I was like, "Well, you go, girl," and whatever.
My favorite one is Last Holiday. I like that one.
Last Holiday is good.
think-
Was that the one with Common?
No,
Yeah.
that was just right. The woman Last Holiday is the one with LL Cool J.
So the
Oh,
one with
yeah.
Common, my dog had just died, and that had come out. That was on HBO,
Mhm.
and I just remember sitting up, just watching it on repeat on HBO.
That's
Just holding my
sister's comfort
dog's
movie.
stuff. I was broken because I love my dog like my next breath, my Simba, and I just remember that. I also
Well,
remember
Paula Patton
the
ain't
dream
shit.
that I had that my dog came to me in a dream and he said, "Don't worry, I'm doing good. I'm happy, because I had to put him down because he had cancer." And I was like, "Oh, well, that's good." And so I was like, "Well, this is in a dream." I was like, "So how's heaven?" He's like, "Oh, the buffet is like wonderful." And then he leans in and he says, "You wouldn't believe who got in." And I was like, "Really?" And just as I was about to get the tea, I woke up.
The guy says like, "Oh, no, we're not doing that."
The connection got cut. Like he's like, "You wouldn't believe who got in here." And I was like,
too, and I woke up right at the good part. Like,
no, I've had dreams with my grandmother that have been kind of like that, where like my grandmother would come pick me up. Well, I think the last one I had with her was in middle school, and she came and picked me up, and we were driving somewhere, and she was just telling me about like different things, and we were just happy in the moment, and then like eventually just kind of whited out, and I woke up, and I was just like, oh, I guess I just can't go with her right now.
That's just a dream, but she's still with you.
Yeah,
that's nice. That's a nice feeling. I always like the feeling of my Simba. Sometimes I'll stumble upon something that like a picture or something like that, and I still have tears. This has been 2011. That's what 12, 13 years. I still have tears. And he is the only man I ever loved. He still owes me money. He was expensive shit. After he died, I was like, "Why I got all this extra money every month?" Oh yeah.
Hey, it's one of those things where it's just like you realize how much money you save when your kids is finally out the house.
Or dead, I guess, because that's exactly what happened. He was like he was like a typical man, a roommate just walking around your house like, "What's for dinner?" Not contributing much.
He's a dog. What the fuck was he supposed to do? You want to play the keyboard?
He can get out there and earn some money. Figure it out. But I will say this.
To work the corner?
I will say this. The month after he died, I remember I wanted a bag. This is so stupid. I wanted a bag though, right? And I couldn't afford the bag. I forget where this bag was at. I went shopping with my mother in the place where the bag was, and somehow that bag came home with me with the little theft tag on it. I was like, "Oh my God, won't he do it though? Simba will do it though." I had to figure out how to get that theft tag.
All right, let's move on to the moment because I can care less about this bullshit. I'm sorry. I don't care.
So rude.
Not because Yvonne picked it. I just don't care about this whole scenario.
I thought you didn't care about my dog story. I'm telling you.
No, not the dog story.
Oh, yeah. This woman just dropped lore.
Right. I was like,
I'm talking about this damn.
This is how the Supremes broke up.
My dog is coming back in dreams, stealing purses, designer purses for me.
That's beautiful, but I can care less about this.
It's like them old Chip Boyardee commercials, but in the black household, you would got your ass beat.
Right.
Oh, I just don't care for this moment because I just don't care for any of the people.
The moment. Okay. All right. So the moment.
There's no music to this, just so you know, but it's Tony Braxton.
We don't want to be struck down by a copyright. Yeah, but I thought this was fabulous for all those. So the backstory is this apparently is the ex-girlfriend of what's that dude's name?
Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce. There we go. The one that's with that Taylor Swift girl, the long back girl. So she was sending apparently subliminals through her whole like album to this girl. And so this girl didn't say, and to her credit, this wonderful little beautiful girl, Kayla, she didn't say anything. She didn't come back out. Oh, pardon me. She didn't come back out and say, blah, 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 blah. She waited until Halloween and she dressed up like Tony Braxton from her video. What's the name of the song? He wasn't good enough for me. He wasn't man enough for me. And that said it all. And to me, the best line in that is when she says, he wasn't man enough for me, but I think he's just perfect for you. And I was like, oh, you know what? You're right. He is just perfect for you because he was looking moisturized and sexy when he was with this girl. Now he just looks like somebody said, like a cop who doesn't turn on his body cam. Like he really got that look. Like, but you know what, Taylor, if that's the look you like, that's sad, but go for it.
Well, I mean, I don't remember who I was watching, but somebody had said when it's just like when a white man is dating a black person or goes after black people, who are authentic or who are more in the culture. Because the difference between the white man who dates the black girl out the culture and the white man who dates the black girl in the culture. When they're trying to date in the culture, they start caring about those things. They start making sure they're lined up, they're faded, and or the girl will put them onto it, and it'll change their whole like fudge. I forgot. It'll change
the whole
them. So
aesthetic. It'll
yes, their
yeah,
aesthetic. That's the word I was looking for.
yeah.
Whereas like when you're dating somebody who's out the culture, then it's kind of like they just kind of stick to what they know. Because he's harmless, he's defenseless. I ain't got to worry about him. It usually tells you kind of who's like looking for who at the end of the day.
Right.
But again, this is if somebody likes the more pink sausages. I believe go to where the love is. Go to where the love is. If love is being served at the table and you want what is being served, go ahead and sit at it.
We know that, Martina Luther King. We know that.
Now, how I get caught up into it? I didn't.
I have been watching some of our old episodes, and I'm still gagging on the black farmer thing, and I'm like, what?
I just don't care. Like, I'm not.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm waiting for Beyonce to come back. I'm waiting for Act 3. I'm trying to get my.
It's okay that you don't care, and it's okay that it didn't impact you. I mean, it's not like it was the World War III, but I just thought it was a classy kind of
great chess move. I'm happy for her. She's on the board, but like,
I mean, I get it. Like, have I listened to the new album from Miss Longback? No. Do I plan on listening to it? No, because why? It's not for me.
In that 13 to 15 album discography she owns, I've listened to 2 fucking songs, and that's it.
And are they good?
The only 2 that ever was good to me.
In the new music?
No, not the new. No, I can tell you this right now. I'm pretty sure this song is like 6 albums deep.
Yeah, I personally don't really care. Is she a good songwriter? Maybe. I don't know. I don't listen to her discography. But what I will say is I need people to stop comparing the Beehive and the Swifties because they don't operate in the same lane. That's what always pisses me off about their fandom.
Let's talk about this right now. So
this lights a fire under that.
No, because it was when the album dropped. When Taylor dropped her recent album and that shit went off. Everybody's buying it. It broke records, blah, 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 blah. And then it's come to find out how bad it was. Then the amount of young girls, but also the amount of women of a certain age who it dawned on them that like, oh wait, she's not like us. The amount of Swifties who realized that Taylor Swift was a billionaire, it is the same bullshit that they kept coming after us with the Beehive when we were like, we love Beyonce, she's so amazing, but like all y'all kept saying, well, she doesn't have a brand, she doesn't have this. Like, this girl has been doing the same shit for the past 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
And where's the problem?
She's got to be the world's oldest teenager by now.
Like, Taylor Swift was able to successfully stay in that lane for a very long period of time. And this album, she tried to move out of it, and
it didn't work.
It wasn't. It might not be what she can do. She might have pigeonholed herself. It's the same way I felt really sad for what's that lady's name? The white woman from Britain who sings really well and names all her albums after her age.
Adele.
Yeah.
Adele.
Yes, her. But I was worried about her because her and Taylor kind of had that same kind of thing where it's just like she breaks up, she writes the album.
Yeah, but the difference between Adele and Taylor is Adele doesn't serially date people in effort to make an album. I can't confirm or deny that, and I'm not necessarily trying to bring all that heat onto our page, but you know, reviews. What I will say is more so it's just like a few of my friends didn't like Adele's newest album because they thought it was boring, but it's more so because like Adele has moved into a more healed place after the album because it wasn't a 1-for-1 from when she broke up to when it like was produced. It was more so like she took some time and she did some real healing and made the music. Some people said like the album felt like it was for moms in the sense of like, because she's a mom, she had got through a divorce. She also broke up her nuclear family that she wanted and everything. So like I think I don't know if Adele said this or someone else probably said this, but like I would be very curious to know where Adele writes music from when she's in a happy place, because like you said, she's always made music from a place of like a breakup or gone through something bad. So like
Mhm.
I would actually
Happy
would love to
music is
see.
boring.
Not inherently. I remember Natasha Bedingfield's staring at the blank page before you, looking up the open window.
If her music is not for you, then that's understandable. But I think that Adele does
Okay, girl.
make. Somebody once said like even if you don't like Adele's music, in
You're
general,
just cracking yourself up.
Adele has never made a bad album. Like if we're gonna be real.
Okay,
Pocket
I've
Full
never
of
heard
Sunshine
Adele.
is
I think
probably
I
not
heard her 007 and I was like, oh, that's really nice. Adelaide.
It's
I'm not really
it's
down
her
with
her
her,
music
but
isn't for everybody. She's not a Beyonce in the sense of like she can do a wide range of
She
vocal
is.
alignments and shit. Like come on.
What I like about Adele is she's our deep voice singer of this generation. I hate that she's the only one, but she is.
It's down there,
Not
girl.
hated, huh?
Be down there, girl.
Yes, like I
The
hate that
register.
she is more so because like I wish a lot of R&B is soprano and really high pink notes. And for people who understand like synesthesia will get what I say when I say high pink notes. But like even more male artists are going into that higher register instead of to those lower registers. And it's just kind of a byproduct of Usher, fucking Chris Brown in terms of the males. But like you hear SZA and what that girl who was feeding her baby honey and was telling that other girl to take him back. He's in my DMs. I don't want him anymore.
You know, it's funny you should say
Summer
that though,
Walker.
but everybody's coming from Mariah Carey for now singing in a deeper register. Everybody's like,
Mariah's also over 45. Like, she should be singing in a deeper register. I
right.
said
That
this
is her
before.
natural register. That
I
is
said
her
this before,
natural.
and if people would be willing to even entertain this idea, it's like when people say like I remember I was watching the video of throughout the years, Beyonce has sung "Dangerously in Love" throughout the years, up until Renaissance and everything, from the inception of the song until now. And somebody was like, it's just like lazy vocals now. She's not doing it the way she used to. Like, but she's in her fucking 40s. She's not going to be able to. If you listen to her when the song first came out, you hear how young her voice sounds. That's why she has the ability to sing it like that. She's 40 now. She aged. Not saying she's old. Not saying she can't do it. She's gotten older. Like Mariah has gotten older. I make fun of Mariah all the time, but like Mariah's gotten older. They get older. That is part of life.
That's part of
They're
it.
not
Your voice
like
does change in age. Yeah.
like listen
Your
to
voice will
Patty.
speak
Patty's in
wherever
her
you-
70s. She's not gonna she still is a trumpet, but she's not gonna do what she was to do when
Right.
she was
What
in
she
her
did in her
30s.
20s and 30s. Right.
That's
If
a
Minnie
part of
Virgin
it.
was still
You know,
around, I assure you, when you heard "Loving You" at this age, it would not be as high as it was when she first did.
right.
It's wonderful.
Like listen.
La 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 la.
You bit. She's just gonna keep singing. Anyways, yes, so it's just like one of those things where Adele is one of the lower singing registers of our time, and there's really the algorithm, the way that the companies want it, don't really advertise that because like I remember what was that name?
Well, Adele also doesn't like being a celebrity, so that's why she isn't good.
Well, that's fair, but like
money.
Anita Baker, with her lower register, she could hit some more higher notes, but she usually she was like that deep, like, oh, I can just be comfortable and strong.
I think it's also because she suffers. I think Adele does have a tendency to suffer from a lot of vocal injuries. So when she can go up there, but like it hurts for her.
And that's the other thing. Even Mariah Carey, the vocal frying of the chords and everything. You can hit those notes, but you can't do it indefinitely. You're gonna fry your
octaves for 20 years. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, even Whitney Houston, towards the end of her life, she couldn't hit the notes that she hit before.
I think a lot of people,
that's age, drug use, just life. But she couldn't hit those notes. I mean, I'm not trying to be snarky or anything, but I'm being real.
Yeah, no, it's a real conversation. Like people forget, like when you listen to somebody, like you listen to Gladys Knight, Gladys still sounds good, but you also know Gladys is past 60 years old. You know,
right. Listen to Gladys Knight back in her heyday. and she's gonna sound different.
And so when people,
most artists are male, female artists, they're going to sound different. Michael Jackson sounded different
Oh,
from when
definitely.
he was when
his
he
register
was,
got lower as he got older. So
which
it's
that
like,
was his natural so a lot of that was an act, because his voice was actually, a lot of people are on record saying his voice was actually much lower.
yeah, Chris
You
Tucker
know?
said that all the time.
But yeah, it's one of those things. And also, I remember there was that one bad performance for All I Want for Christmas Is You where Mariah was hitting none of the notes. It happened. And I remember somebody like brought up the really good point for that performance. It's just like, this woman has 2 kids, she's got sponsorships, deals, businesses. She's not doing the vocal training and work that she used to. Because if anybody thinks that she just naturally always sing that high, like, no, she had to like get
her mom
a training.
was an opera singer. She had a trained voice.
Yes.
You know?
So it was like, it's never so simple of just like, yes, you can keep a lot of those notes when you're older, but it also takes more and more effort and more training to keep your voice right there. And it's just like, you got to start you got to give up sodas. Like, you can't have as much acidity in your diet. You got to
alcohol, all that stuff. And here's the thing, we're having these conversations about women. Oh, Beyonce's gained weight. Oh, this, she don't move. Like, why don't we ever talk about this with men?
Because
these
we don't
performers.
Because
they
male
talk about
performers aren't as good as women.
That's also true.
Male performers aren't good as women. That's just a fact.
We don't hold male performers to the same standard as women
at all.
For not all of them. There are few who are like, because it's just like, do you remember when 50 Cent performed at the Super Bowl with Rihanna and whoever else? I can't remember what the third person was.
No, it was Mary J. Blige and Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre and shit.
Okay, well, my bad. But regardless, they was talking about his body and how like he wasn't as fit as he had used to be. And it's just like, well, 50 Cent is an old man and he's not running the streets no more.
This is the thing. I think that when like even someone like Usher, and I'm not trying to say Usher's a bad person. Just for the sake of argument, let's look at Beyonce and what she's done in the past 10 years. Just the 10 years alone. The stadium tours, sold out, multiple millions, records that have hit #1 and all that other stuff, right? Show me the male equivalency of that.
Right.
I mean, The Weeknd has done it. He sold out arenas, stadiums, and stuff.
I think you're absolutely right, but I mean, like I look at artists like Justin Timberlake. I hear some people talk about how old he's gotten and how he doesn't move as much, and of course, he might be a little, but they still give him, he's still selling out. What is it? I don't know what he's selling out, but he was
barely.
Yeah, but I mean, he was still doing
it. But my point is, like, I'm not saying that there's no one like, but like, what is the male equivalency of someone like her? You know what I mean? Michael's no longer here. Prince is gone. No one, like, yes, there's Chris Brown and them, but like, they're not stepping up to the level of that now. Like, I want to, and what I mean by that is like, I am talking about the innovativeness, the changing of your genre as an artist, the visionaryism of it all. Like, sometimes I just see someone on stage with a mic in regular clothing just performing, and that's perfectly fine for that artist. But I also look at someone like her who is setting a blueprint to be like, oh, I'm thinking from everything from the heels to the top of the light that's already in the corner that I will not see out of the corner of my eye, but I know it's there and it needs to be pointing in the right direction because I know it needs to be pointed that way. That is what I'm talking about.
And the fan. Never forget that fan, because somebody loses their job when that fan don't work. But the only people that I could really think about, and I say people because it's more so the genre, but the only people who are performing at such a level that is competitive with Beyonce but aren't on the level of Beyonce would be like the K-pop industry, because
I was thinking K-pop.
Yeah, they work their males and their females real hard, and they take the blueprint from American or Black American artists,
so, Black American groups. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like
which is good. Like, I think that's the important thing. I think I wish we did that in America too. Like, I wish we have this weird way of like
kids
not really
to exhaustion.
No, not work them to exhaustion, but like actually like put them through the training process to then be ready to do all this.
We used to do that. Motown used to do that all the time. That's why the Jackson 5s were so polished. They used to put out these boys.
They daddy beat them, so till they hit the
that helps too. That helps too.
That doesn't help, Yvonne.
Hey, that's trauma.
How rich are they? How rich are they?
Well, two of them were. There were other the rest of the six you don't even talk about.
The other six weren't doing bad. They were hanging on to
Hey,
his coattails.
Janet wasn't.
Name a Latoya song.
Centipede. Was it Centipede? Bitch, you didn't think I could do it. Huh?
Name a Jermaine song. Name a Tito song.
Don't make me go to the Google. You
Girl,
know, and I put. You didn't think I could do it, but
and
I
yes,
did.
I am a part of the Beehive, but like I can give criticism too. But I'm just saying, it's like it's not about just her. It's also just other artists, it's like male artists as a general. I'm like, when are y'all gonna step this up then? If this person is supposed to be the next level of something, like I need to see that. Otherwise, I'm not seeing that at all now.
Well, what do we think the current genre is of pop when it comes to male artists? And I say that because
The
like
same bullshit
pop in the
song that they be
90s is not
making
the
out
same
since the
pop as
90s.
in the 2000s, not as the same pop as in the 2010s.
No.
I think the pop is just what you said, K-pop. I don't think there's a future of pop
Okay.
here. I think the future is K-pop.
Candy Girl.
What?
Girl, Candy Girl.
Hey, who's
I
Candy
said Candy
Girl?
Shaba.
Who's Candy Girl?
I think that's one of Latoya's songs. That's what he's trying to say right now.
Oh. And what about Ryan? What about Centipede? That was one of the songs. That should be our exit song.
I don't know. I think that male artists today, like they're just not ascending to the Michael level or the Prince
because
level.
they're not being required to. They're not getting.
Which is the sad part, because we should have a male. She shouldn't be the only one in that sphere, in that sense.
No, I get what you're saying, but also Michael died before he had somebody to pass the torch to.
Yeah, and they both of them, though coming from different places, were a very different time, right?
Yeah.
Michael Jackson grew up in Motown, which was like the K-pop of his day, right? You weren't coming out until you were polished. So they were like diamonds. They were polished. And Prince was a prodigy, right? Who was a perfectionist in his own right. So, you know,
I know Latoya Lucky.
a lot of these
a
lot of these male artists, you know, they want to be rappers, right? Or they want to be rap adjacent. And Rap the Wonderful doesn't have the same pedigree in the
rap
same.
Does not require the level of performance that R&B
requires, right?
But I appreciate someone like Kendrick, who's actually like, when he did his show with SZA or did the Super Bowl, it's like he actually is like, oh, let me create something here, so that's like an image that people can see. Like, this is a visual. It's not just like,
I can agree with that, Ryan.
Well, you also have Drake, who I hear puts on a good show.
I agree with that, Ryan. But like, again, it's one of those things where the level of effort that artists used to have has not been passed down to the male artists of today. And that's mainly just because we've required less, as well as the energy wanted is less.
I also think also the problem is like a lot of male artists don't think of like, oh, I need to have like multiple costume changes for a show. Or there needs to be like choreography and like dancers, and there needs to be like visuals.
A lot of
like
male artists see themselves either as rappers or, you know, features or pseudo, you know, that, so they don't see themselves as creating that whole vibe, you know.
Yeah. Like, you don't create something that's immersive, you just create a show, but like, you don't create
as pretty feminine to create, you know, a whole
like. Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I don't necessarily like his music. I don't necessarily care for his music, but I will acknowledge his talent and the work that he put in because of who he was under. And
that's a pretty shitty entrance. It was a pretty shitty entrance.
I personally don't like Justin Bieber, but because of his time underneath Usher, you can't say for a big portion of
I think you need to reframe that sentence. I think you need to reframe that sentence.
Because of his time under Usher and Diddy.
Under the tutelage, under the training of Usher, it did affect how he performed. He
Thank
did
God
put
forgive
in
me,
a
that's
lot more
sad,
effort
because
than any of his other counterparts.
That was very tragic.
Yeah.
I just want to put that apology out there. That was a poor joke on my part.
But I may not like his music because it's not for me, but I still can acknowledge his talent and the work that he had to put in. And he may not put in that effort as much now because it's not necessarily necessary for him. But if somebody isn't training these kids, isn't training the new generation of artists to do this much or do more than, then they won't. And
And
it's
also,
not because. Oh, go ahead.
And
no,
he
no,
is, I
no,
mean,
you
he
go
has so
ahead.
many problems with, his issues going on, but also he's always been a mimic of
Yeah,
something, right?
but
I mean,
I also
Usher
say
got him
like
as a mimic of the try to mimic a young Michael Jackson or something.
I hate that
So
there was a bidding
it's
war for him.
rarely that he was ever authentically himself.
Himself or in his performance.
Right.
I will say that one thing that I would say is like some people are just gonna have a bad album. It's okay. That doesn't mean their whole career has to come to a screeching halt. Like there's some people I'm like,
I
okay, the album
think
wasn't great. Let them have one more. Let them do
I
another one. Like give them a
think
shot to have a
most artists will ebb
like
and flow. You'll
like
have albums that will be, everybody will sing your praises, and then you'll have albums where only like certain people are touched by. Like, like I think of Erica Badu. There's an album that people universally hate. I love it. That's like one of my favorite albums that she's done.
Me Too with
Um,
Beyonce.
Which one
huh?
is that?
Me Too with Beyonce.
What's the one? I gotta look it up in my thing. But yeah, when I looked it up, I was like, people didn't like it. And I was like, why? I thought it was so,
But then
wonderful.
I'm also like, there's like for me, there's like the I Am Sasha Fierce that a lot of people didn't technically like because they felt like it was too poppy for her or whatever the
Yeah.
reason be. And I can understand that. But then she came out with 4 later on, and then I was like, oh, okay, this is good. And then as
Oh no,
time went
Sasha
on,
Fierce got me through times. Sasha
well,
Fierce
yeah,
got me
Sasha
through
Fierce was that
eras.
girl, but still, it was like it wasn't. It was like
Oh, I'm not surprised.
it
That shit
wasn't the
was
album for
good.
Oh
everybody.
my
I happen to like
God.
that album.
I
Whereas
don't know
like
if I've really listened to her discography, to tell
if
you the truth.
Lemonade came around, like I like a lot of songs on Lemonade, but Lemonade wasn't the album for me.
And
Like
some
it just
people didn't
wasn't.
like what's the one from Find Your Way Back?
Oh, Black is King.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like Black is King. A lot of people
Right.
don't like Country Carter. Or yeah,
A lot
Cowboy
of people, I was gonna say, a lot of people don't like Cowboy Carter.
Yeah, and that's
To
understandable. It's like
me,
it's just not the album for that.
I'll be honest with you, I liked the opening of Cowboy Carter, the first couple of songs, and then past that, I lose interest. After
It's different for
like
it's not.
old
I like how she blended
Louisiana, I
genres.
lose interest. Yeah, to
I didn't like
me,
Levi Jeans, but I also don't like the feature artist on Levi Jeans, so that also
Yeah.
played into it. I like Beyonce's part, and then I skip right after.
I like the other album she did with the what is it? The disco album.
Oh, Renaissance.
Renaissance. I thought Renaissance was just a much more, I don't know. But like I
Renaissance
said,
is just Renaissance is, it's for the
no, it's not necessarily that. It's just it captures just a mood. Like to me, I don't know. I like, so for me with Michael Jackson, you know how they were like, "Oh, Thriller is best." No, Thriller for me is not his best album. You know what his best album is? Off the Wall. That captured like old 70s, early 80s vibe to it. Like you could throw any song on there and it is just a moment where you're just like, yes. Everything from disco to Ben, the two,
it's like
or Pretty Young Thing. Oh, I want to
like
love you.
people say like people don't like Cowboy Carter. They say it's not her best work, which I can understand. I think lyrically it's probably one of her better ones. But I could also see like Renaissance is a great album. I love Renaissance.
Yeah.
But my favorite album from her is 4. I love 4. 4 is that girl for me.
Hey, that's part, and I support that. I think that Cowboy Carter
hum me a
is
few
more
tunes
of
off of that. I don't know if I know that one.
You've heard Love.
When she had right before she had Blue.
You never heard Love on Top?
Love
Okay.
what now?
Love on Top. Finally,
There you
you
go.
put my love on top, baby. Anyways,
No, I thought you were gonna say, finally, it has happened to me.
No. Start
love that
talking
song.
before I mute her again.
so what had happened was, I think that Cowboy Carter is a great piece of a historical work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't look at Cowboy Carter necessarily as an album. I don't look at it for its music inherently. I look at it for the historical lesson that it's trying to teach.
Yeah, I think that's
It's
what I
very
liked about it.
informative of an album. It's very informative when you do your work, and if you are very pro-Black, you can enjoy Cowboy Carter for what it is. You have the songs that you like, you have the songs that you don't really care for.
Political.
It shows research that has been done to understand
It's
that this
very
is history.
political. And that's why I said I love the first few songs with I actually thought Freedom was one of the songs on there. I didn't realize that was actually on another album.
That was on
That was on Lemonade, but that song goes perfectly to me on
I
Cowboy
like
Carter
Black
because
is
it's
King. That should be so loud. I was like, ooh, this is
Black is King is a fun one. I can definitely understand why
Freedom is a
most.
great song. Oh, I get
I think a lot
goosebumps every time I hear it.
Listen to no. What's the first song off the Black is King? What's that damn song? If you feel insignificant, listen to that first song. That touched your heart right there.
I don't listen to Beyonce. Like certain artists, I don't listen to for certain things. Like Beyonce's not a touch my heart kind of artist. Beyonce is
There's some
a
good songs that she can really go. Ooh,
like.
okay. Like
I'll
like
give you an
talking
example.
that
Beyonce
word.
is like Queen, like
Yeah.
arena style. This is rock, like yeah, that's who runs the
Energy.
world, girls. Who run? That's Beyonce to me. I don't ever go to her for anything that's gonna give me feels. Like I don't. Her voice, her music doesn't
Well,
touch my
then
heart.
you'll go to like Erica Badu or a Sade, somebody who's a
I
little
go
more
to like
soulful.
Sade. I go for intimacy. Now that
Yes.
to me is a very intimate sort of thing. If I'm listening to Sade, it's a very intimate thing. If I'm listening to Erica Badu, that's a very high sort of thing. You with your girls,
Oh,
you just
high as in
high,
like
right?
toot.
Just
Okay.
toot, or drinking. You're. That's a vibe. Like for me,
Yeah.
that like to me, music is broken up into very much like. I'll give you another example. Her is another that album was a very intimate album. Like I put that with Sade. Like anytime I want to just have an intimate moment or that self-reflection, I listen to that album. You know what I mean?
If I
Like
was a stripper, I would have Sade on my playlist.
right. Like there's just
Is it a crime? I'm about to make my money off somebody's
a crime? Have any of you have you seen her? And I go to her concerts. I love Sade. I go to her concerts all the time. I think she's a little bit on the spectrum because she does her concerts the same way every time. Nothing changes, and it's like it's been like 42 years. You don't want to change something up. You don't want to just like move that mic over. Yeah, there you go.
She's like same shit I be saying about all male artists. It's like y'all can't just have one block stage and then pour lighting around you. Like, come on.
Ooh, an artist that pissed me off that do it is Steve Lacy. Steve Lacy is one of the boys on Tyler the Creator's album. I
love Tyler the Creator. Did y'all hear about the controversy with Tyler the Creator that they would pull up some old stuff from him? I'm so sad about that. I like him.
Let's wrap this up and we can say that for the next one, because it's time to go.
Okay, great. But I was just gonna say Steve Lacy is a R&B artist who has a good voice. But the thing is, he has no stage presence. He doesn't do anything on stage. And like there have been jokes made on different videos about like, are you gonna fucking move? And it's like, no, bitch. And then he goes into his next song. And it's just like,
I think it's also like is the music warranted of that too. So it's like when you look at like let's say like even like Usher or Chris Brown or whoever, it's like, okay, you make music that requires you to know some choreography. That's great. But when you're an artist that doesn't do that, then I'm okay with you being there with just a microphone. But like if you have high tempo songs, I'm like, what's the point of you having this shit if you're not gonna do something around it?
My thing about it
is Usher and like what's the other boy? The boy that knocked people out. Chris what's his name? Chris Brown. They could be, like you're saying, that level of costume change and stuff like that. Because I mean, they do the choreography and they do, they do the movement and stuff. They just, I guess, don't choose to do.
I think
some of them do them shirtless, so doing a costume change doesn't really do anything for their audience.
Like I get that you can
not put it back on.
They can, but it's like you don't have the creativity to actually come up with something. Like you don't call up like Mugler or you don't call up fucking black designers and be like, I need 12 costumes for this one show or some shit like that. Like,
because
do none
think
of that.
About just what you said. How is that? So if you're trying to sell out an arena to screaming women, let me call up Mugler and get you sound like Liberace.
Yeah, but there's very much a masculine way of making a show outfit.
We need a model of that. There is a masculine way to do it, but it hasn't been the model hasn't been given yet. And sort of like with
the American market.
Yeah, sort of like what Star Mother says, most of their fans are screaming women who want to see them move and be shirtless or wants them to just be the hard rapper. I don't want my man to be,
having more costumes than me.
Right. With a glowing, I mean,
yeah, but you're also but you're an artist. Like this should be the next evolution in what you do. Like you should, it's not about like, oh, you in a rhinestone tank top. It doesn't nothing has to be stoned or anything, but like you can create something that's custom for your show that makes sense. It doesn't have to
Men,
be extreme.
I mean, okay, I'll throw this example out. So, okay, let's say you have somebody like Little Nas X that does stuff like that, but
Mhm.
then y'all don't support him. You know, oh, that's gay shit. That shit look gay. You know, I mean, but
Well, it's also
men
he's
tacky.
trying to
talk
give
like they
you.
used
I mean,
to.
he is, but he's trying to give you, you know, those
Yeah,
visuals that you're talking about.
that's great, but sometimes tacky is tacky. I'm just saying.
So
Can't
you can't
win,
have it both ways.
right? You can't
It's
win,
one of those
right?
things where it's just like you
So
can't.
no, so we can't have taste. Is that what we're
No, 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 no.
saying?
Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me cook right now. Okay, the grits ain't fully
Let her
boiled yet.
cook.
Come on, we will
Mhm,
wrap
All
this
right.
bitch up.
mhm. Let her
We
cook.
have to be. We have to acknowledge and just kind of pass through the tackiness and the cringe so we can get to the quality.
Mhm.
All right. Because back in the day, when men's sexuality was more towards the peacock, in the sense of like bright colors, flashy, like we don't care about the sexuality. Because Michael Jackson wore some very tight pants. Prince was very metrosexual on stage.
Nigga wore heels.
The Rock Boys was wearing the crop tops and the shorts. Like, we have to get past that. We have to let people just be who they are
They have
long
to
enough to be able
evolve.
to get back to quality. Yes.
Yeah, let them evolve.
So if we cut people off at the tacky, we're never going to get past that.
Right, you're
And
never
that's
going to
what
get to the
stops
next
artists from doing
stage
it.
because they get they're going to get the pushback. And I mean, and also too, Ken, let's just be honest. You're part of the hive, so she can never do anything wrong.
No,
And
that's
I
not
get that. She's not
She
that great
sneezes on the
though.
beat.
And
The beat gets
in a lot of ways, she's
trust and believe me.
cultural. She's wonderful, but she's
No.
you know
I'll be
you
clear on
know.
this. She has done wrong for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll explain. I'll even give you a scenario. There is a clip of Beyonce doing, and when she did the Renaissance tour, and she brought out the film. Everybody was like, "Oh, I wonder which performances she's gonna pick from each one," and she kind of bounced around from everyone. But there were certain times where I'm like, "You pick this one for this number, and you didn't pick the one where you were actually cutting up on stage. Like, what is wrong with you?"
I'll do you
Sure.
one better. That when she took all that money to perform in Saudi Arabia, in a country that's anti-gay, right before she released Renaissance,
So did
I got a
Rihanna.
I got a real I had a real problem with that too. I'll call Rihanna out. I'm not. I like Rihanna, but I'll call her out on it too.
Go ahead.
You know, I have a real problem with her dining with Jared Kushner and Trump's sex blow up toy. What's her name? Ivanka.
Ivanka?
Yeah, his daughter.
His
Yeah,
daughter.
I have a real problem with that.
Great.
You know,
But-
so I
but,
mean,
yeah.
we
Great.
can, and some people are like, "Hey, separate the artist and the artistry." No,
No,
You still went to the
there's
show.
levels to it.
You
There's
still went
levels
to
of
the show.
separation we
I
can deal
did,
with.
but if I'd have known that and let me tell you this. So the reason why I didn't go to
Yeah.
Renaissance,
Oh. But you knew she performed in Saudi Arabia, and you still went to Cowboy Carter after that.
I did. The reason why I didn't go to Renaissance is because she had done that. If I'd have saw her do the dinner thing with Kushner and all, I wouldn't have gone to Cowboy Carter. And I will not be going to any third show for her because she plays in our face too much. You know, that to me, for me, now this is me, you know, everybody's different. For me, I can't put that kind of money into someone who does this, does that, girl, pick a side.
No, I get that.
Pick a side.
And I think there's levels, degrees of separation you can do before an artist is actively going against what you exist for or as you exist. So Beyonce, she teeters the line. She goes back and forth. She plays the fence. And I'm not going to move. And I'm not really going to go too much into it. But then you have Nicki Minaj, who has actively said things against the community that which supports.
I won't pay for.
She hasn't gotten much better as an artist. She's married a pedophile. She has supported pedophiles. It's kind of like there's only so much you can separate before this person is like giving them money is actually harming me one for one.
If you thought sitting at a table,
she's of Jamaican heritage, right?
And you
she
thought
hasn't said anything about the hurricane.
sitting at a table with Jared Kushner was a problem. This bitch has literally supported Trump.
Right. I agree with you. She's got problems. She needs help. Well, she needs some serious help.
But then there's people like who support Ariana Grande, and it's just like all she's done is broken up a few homes. How much that matters to you and her music?
And pretend to be a black woman, pretend to be an Asian woman. What race is Ariana Grande?
She's Spanish.
She's whoever she needs to be. Right now, she's a white woman for
She's
Wicked.
whatever the role called for.
Yes, being
Right.
multiracial. That's what it's called. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, let's
Yeah,
close this
it's just
out.
like-
We've been up here for an hour and a half. Great show. We're back. We're gonna be doing shows for the rest of the year, and then we have another announcement at the end of that.
You hear that, Star? We're gonna be doing shows for the rest of the year. All right.
It's
Hey,
only
we
like-
got a job this winter.
I know.
Y'all ain't getting paid. Just like,
I mean,
Hey, I
you
said I had
know,
a job. I didn't say I had money.
right. There you go.
Speaking of which, now let me not say that.
What?
All right. Thank you,
Yeah,
everybody,
what?
for joining us
What
this
was you gonna
episode. No, it's all right. Thank you for everybody
No,
for joining us this episode.
no, I want to know. I did.
No, it was nothing. It was
How would you
nothing.
do
No,
that?
she
Let's
don't mute you.
do-
Just let him finish. Just let him finish. We can come back after. We can come back after.
I could literally take you off the screen right now.
You know,
Because neither one of you had admin power yet.
that's what this is. That's what this is about. He didn't want to turn over admin power to us. The lack of trust. But go ahead. Go ahead, everybody. Oh, did I say? Let me tell the audience one other exciting thing that happened to me. You ready? I bought myself a thumb ring. See that sucker? That's so nice. Isn't that?
Did you get your back blown out outside the stairs?
No, I almost landed an old white millionaire in business class on an American flight. He kept trying. He was telling me about his $6.3 million. And if I wanted to go to Hawaii, he had a friend that was Hawaii. And he was like, I don't look 70, do I? And I was like, sir, I'm going to call
I'm
the
so
stewardess
tempted
if
to
you
do
don't
something
stop
right
bothering
now.
me.
Did not do that.
Ma'am, you could have gotten us paid.
Girl,
You for the crew.
the first thing with hoeing is you never take their word for it. I'd have to verify that. I need.
Can I please
bank-
end this so I can go to bed?
Investment. It's an investment. He's in business class.
Whatever. I
I
was in
will-
business class and I ain't got 6.3 million. I
Okay,
need
well-
bank statements. I need land documents.
Y'all are
I
really
need-
testing my patience to not take y'all both off the screen right now. I am so serious.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you all for
Somebody wants to
joining
go to
us.
sleep.
Have a
Another
good
live
time.
stream down. And next episode, we'll be back with the pre-recorded. So look out for that on a Monday. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we'll see you all next time.
It's so nice to be back. I'm so excited to be back with
And we love you.
one of my favorite people, Star.
I hate you too.